This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
So today, Gimel Cheshvan is the Yahrtzeit of Hagoyin Maran Rabbi Ovadia Yosef Zechtzag Levracha, who has become known as literally one of the most prominent figures in recent Jewish history in all sectors of Jewish life. So this one tell you two brief stories about him that resonate with me. Rabbi Ovadia was a very unique gadol in that he really combined two areas of gadlus into one individual in a way which is very rare for a gadol b'Yisrael. And that is, aside from the fact that Ein lo daled amos shel halacha, everybody knew that his hasmada was legendary, renowned, his ability to focus, his ability just to sit in his daled amos without any distraction, without, they say when he was able to endure certain procedures without any anesthesia, just through his kayach harichuz hamachshava, focusing on what he was learning. But at the same time, he was literally one of the greatest marbitzei Torah of the generation, building yeshivas and traveling throughout Eretz Yisrael, traveling throughout the world, giving shiurim. So to have the combination of two, you have people who are renowned Magidei Shiurim, and you have renowned Gedolim who are able to sit in their Daled Amos, but to have both in one person is very unique.
He was very always respected by both secular and religious.
But very unique to be able to be a Gadol in one's own limud and also in Harbatzas Torah. Anyway, so one interesting thing is he would always tell his Talmidim that if you establish koilelim, it's not enough just to sit and learn Torah for yourself, but you have to reach out and be marbitz Torah. I read that even as a young teenager, and he would go to shuls, and he would have someone announce, "There's somebody here. He wants to give a shir. Anybody want to listen?" This was his mahalach. In fact, his son-in-law Mordechai Toledano recalls that he was appointed on the Rabbanut Bezdin. So his father-in-law Rabbi Ovadia encouraged him to give as many shiurim as possible, not just to sit and serve on the Bezdin and learn Torah Lishma. So basically, so it became known that this Rav Toledano was willing to deliver shiurim, and he was once invited to speak in a school, and after accepting the invitation, he realized the shir would be given to a co-ed audience, something that he was not comfortable doing. So he asked Rabbi Ovadia for advice, and Rabbi Ovadia told him the following answer. Amazing answer. He said, "The sun shines for everyone." The sun shines for everyone. Torah is sunlight. Can't discriminate. You have to teach. The sun doesn't say, "Well, I'm not shining for him today. I'm not." Okay, obviously there has to be discretion because you can't give a shir anywhere. But at least there's a certain concept. Ovadia viewed giving shiurim, teaching Torah, you're bringing people life. So you can't discriminate. That was definitely a shita of Rabbi Ovadia. And I'll tell you something else very interesting, that they found his diary, Rabbi Ovadia's diary, from when he was a teenager. He said like this, they found in his diary that he wrote that "I know I am destined for greatness." So this is as a kid, right? As a young kid, he wrote these words. He knew his destined. And it wasn't gaiva, he was encouraging himself. That he realized Hashem gave him talents, he realized Hashem gave him ability, and it's on his shoulders to use this ability. So at an address, at a Shas event on Chol Hamoed, when he was a teenager, so he started to write Svarim, and other Talmidim would laugh at him. And he said, he's talking to Bachram. This was at a Shas rally on Chol Hamoed. I don't know, Pesach, Sukkot. They have a picture over here. And he says, "By now I wrote over 40 Svarim," he says. But he wasn't saying it to congratulate himself. He was encouraging these young Talmidim that people who have ability have to know the Rebbe Hashem gave them ability and to utilize their ability. And he would say like this: Napoleon, when he would come to his soldiers every morning, he would turn to his soldiers and he would say, "Does anyone here think that they can't be a general one day?" So, you'd have one anav in the back, and not me, one. Get out of here! You're out. Get it. Anyone who doesn't think they could be a general one day, I don't want them serving in my army. Says Rabbi Ovadia, if somebody doesn't think that they could become big in learning Torah at any point in life, then you're not. That the first important principle a person should encourage themselves is that if a person applies themselves, no matter who they are, they could reach madregos in Limud HaTorah. So Rabbi Ovadia continues to inspire Klal Yisrael, and on his Yahrtzeit we should be inspired by his memory, by his legacy, and Zchusa Yag Aleinu B'Al Kol Yisrael. Amen. Okay, we're going to pick it back here.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.